everyone, welcome to Simply Tangled. My name is Annie and today I'm crocheting a rose bookmark, which is not too complicated to make. Probably a little bit complicated and tricky for beginners, but don't worry, I'll be going very slow so that you guys can follow along. So let's start with a slip knot. So we just created our slip knot, and now you have this one loop on your hook. So we will start with our chain stitches, and we have to make a total of 25 chain stitches. So to make a chain stitch, you just have to yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. One chain stitch, and yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 4. We have to make a total of 25. So I am done with my 25 chain stitches, and now we're gonna move to round 2 and our row 1. So we just have to skip 5 chain stitches here. So if you count backwards, like this is your working loop, so do not count this one. This is your first chain stitch, 1 2 3 4 5. This is the 5th one, right? So 1 2 3 4 5. You have to insert your hook into the 5th chain. Okay, but you have to make a double crochet. So for that you have to yarn over, insert your hook into the 5th chain, and then yarn over, pull through that stitch, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, then pull through only 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the other 2 loops. You just created your first double crochet, and now you have to make a V stitch. And to create a V stitch, we will start by skipping the next stitch here. Let me just do a close up. Okay, so this is your working stitch, and this is the next stitch. So just skip the next stitch, and then you have to make a double crochet in this one. So yarn over, skip the next stitch, and insert your hook after skipping one stitch, and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the other 2 loops. After you double crochet, you have to make 2 chain stitches, 1 2, and then you have to make a double crochet in the same space, in the same stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, and then yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This is called a V stitch. You just created one V stitch, and we have to repeat this until our last chain stitch. So yarn over and skip the next stitch, and then insert your hook after skipping one stitch to make a double crochet. I'm doing it really slowly so that you guys can follow along. Now that you have created one double crochet into the new stitch, you have to make 2 chain stitches, right? And now you have to make a double crochet again into the same space. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, and then yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. You just created another V-stitch and continue doing so until the end of this row. So yarn over, skip the next stitch, and then insert your hook after skipping that stitch, and then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You just created your first double crochet into this stitch. Now make 2 chain stitches, and now 1 double crochet again into the same stitch. So it's pretty easy. You just skip the next stitch, then into that next stitch, 1 double crochet, then 2 chain stitches and 1 double crochet into this stitch, then skip this stitch, and then in this stitch 1 double crochet, 2 chain stitches, and then 1 double crochet. So keep repeating this, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm almost done with my second row. There's just 2 chain stitches left here. So I've done a V-stitch in this stitch, and I'll skip the next stitch and then work on my last stitch here. So to start, I'll start with the double crochet by yarning over and inserting my hook into my last stitch, and then yarning over, pulling through. You should always have 3 loops on your hook when you're making a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, then chain 2 chain stitches, and then yarn over, 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. So you make 2 double crochets in 1 stitches with 2 chain stitches in between those double crochets. Okay, so here we are done with our first row, and we are gonna start our second and final row here. To start our second row, I will just make chain 1 and then flip my work. So now this is your V-stitch with 2 chain stitches on the top. You have to make 6 double crochets into this space. So 1 double crochet, and then oops, and then second. Oh, it's okay, it happens. So let's do our second double crochet, and then our third, and then the fourth one. Just yarn over and insert your hook into the same space and make a double crochet. So we have created 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, and then 2 more left. This is the 5th one, and now this is the last one. So we are done with our first step, 6 double crochets into that 1 stitch, right? So this is your next space. here you just have to make a single crochet here. So insert your hook into this space and yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through both the loops. You just created a single crochet, and then again in this V stitch here you have to make 6 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You just created your first double crochet in this stitch. Now 5 more left. And this was our second double crochet. Now 4 left. Third double crochet, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So 6 double crochets in this stitch done, and now we're gonna make a single crochet into this next space here. So just insert your hook and yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through both the loops. You just created a single crochet here, and then into your next V stitch, the next space under your 2 chains, you have to make 6 double crochets again, like this. So you just have to keep repeating it. 6 double crochets in this space, and then a single crochet, 6 double crochet here, and then a single crochet, 6 double crochet, single crochet. Okay, so I'll see you. So I'm almost done with my second row. There's just 1 stitch left here. There's 1 space, and I'm going to make my last 6 double crochets here. So if you're getting confused, just remember the space that has another kind of tiny circle here. Beneath it, you have to make 6 double crochets in that space, and into this next tiny space you have to make a single crochet, and then the other space which has a little circle beneath it, you have to make 6 double crochets in it. So we just made our first double crochet in the last space. Two, three, four, five, you can always count back, because I always keep losing track of my counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last one. Okay, so now we are done, and now what you can do is you can leave this tail, you can cut a long tail and then sew your rows like this. I don't want to cut this right now. also cut this later, and you can just sew it together. But since I have to make a bookmark, you can also use a glue gun and stick these petals. Just make sure you're happy with the shape of the petals, however you like it. Okay, but since I have to make a bookmark, I will continue with this. I have to create a chain. A chain long enough like this. Right now I do not have a needle because my daughter just broke my needle, so I have to grab a new one. But I have to make a long chain stitches, a long chain for the bookmark. So yeah. Okay, so now that I'm done making this chain, I'll still leave this right now. I'm not cutting this because I have to sew this together. But right now, since I do not have a needle, I'm using a glue gun. Just be a little careful so that your glue doesn't stick to any other part of your rose. This is why I'm doing it in small sections. Now I'm just going to, oops, so I just want the other end of my chain I'm kind of making a slip stitch here. Just slip. So basically this loop is still on my hook and I'm inserting my hook into the two loops of the stitches and then yarning over and pulling the yarn through both of those loops and then on the loop of my hook. So I just created a slip stitch and I will make one more chain stitch and now cut the yarn. So it's done. You can adjust the shape of your rose as you like, and I'm leaving this tail here because I want to sew this for a clean look. But right now, since I do not have a needle, I'm just leaving this as it is. And I just want to mention that for this rose I used a thicker yarn, this one, and I started with 19 chains. I also used a hook size of 4 mm. So since I used a bigger hook and a thicker yarn, I started with only 19 chains. And because of this, the thickness of the yarn and the size of the hook, it is giving me the rose is giving me a fuller look. So if you're a beginner, you can also try starting with a thicker yarn and a bigger hook size instead of this one here. So yeah, we're done, and next I will be uploading a tutorial on earmuffs. If you want to watch it, I would suggest you to subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification when I upload the next tutorial. So thank you for watching. Bye.